Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving deep into the huge new update from TaskBrowse. And let me tell you, this is way more than just a few small changes. It's a massive power-up, built from the feedback you, the users, gave them. And it's all designed to make how you manage projects smarter and way more intuitive. Let's get into it.
It's a really important question every team should be asking. Because think about it, the best tools shouldn't box you in, right? They should adapt to your team's unique way of doing things, your own rhythm, your own language. And that idea is really the heart and soul of this entire update, starting with making the tools speak your language.
So, first on the list, making your workspace feel, well, like your workspace. This is all about ditching those generic one-size-fits-all labels and actually shaping TaskBrowse so it feels less like some standard software and more like your team's home base. Check this out. With the new custom terminology feature, you can finally stop using their default names and start using yours. If your marketing team runs campaigns instead of projects, you just change it. If your support desk handles tickets, not tasks, you can change that too. Imagine how much easier it is to onboard a new person when the tool they're using already speaks the language they know.
And the best part? Setting this up is a total breeze. It's literally just a few clicks in the settings. And the second you hit save, those new names pop up absolutely everywhere. We're talking columns, tooltips, messages, the whole shebang. Total consistency instantly.
Okay, so now TaskBrowse is speaking your language. That's awesome. But what's next? Well, the next step is to make it think a little more like you. And that brings us to the second major update, bringing some serious AI-powered smarts into your day-to-day.
I mean, come on, who hasn't been there? That feeling like you're spending half your time just organizing the actual work. Manually tagging, sorting, and categorizing every little thing can be such a massive drain on your time and energy.
So, TaskBrowse's solution is pretty brilliant. Just let AI do the heavy lifting. This isn't some futuristic, complicated feature. It puts smart automation right where you need it right now.
So how does this actually work? Well, when you start typing up a new task, the AI takes a look at the title and all the tags your team has used before, and it suggests the most relevant ones for you. And the ripple effect from this is just huge. It's not just about categorizing things faster. It means your data is cleaner and more consistent. And when your data is better, suddenly your reports and charts are telling you a much clearer story.
All right, let's switch gears and talk about process. Because for any team that relies on a solid, structured process, this next update is a real game changer. TaskBrowse has totally revamped its workflow system, creating this incredible mix of clear structure and real-world flexibility.
Okay, let's use a real-world example, something like a content production pipeline. You can map out every single stage a task has to pass through, from the initial research all the way to hitting publish and distributing it. It creates this perfect, predictable path. But we all know work isn't always that neat and tidy, right? Exactly. Real work is messy. It's never just a straight line. A draft needs to get sent back for another round of edits. An urgent task has to skip a step to get out the door. And if your workflow is just a rigid, one-way street, it quickly turns into a bottleneck instead of a help.
And that's where this next feature comes in. You can now specify a different next stage for any step in your workflow. This is huge. It means you can build in feedback loops, letting a task go from editing right back to drafting, or you can let it jump ahead if it gets approved early. It's all about making the workflow actually match how you, work.
Oh, and they didn't stop there. You now get this awesome visual graph where you can see the entire workflow laid out, which makes spotting potential problems so much easier. And to keep things from getting stuck, this system will now automatically ping the project manager when a task hits a stage that needs manual approval. Basically, no more tasks just sitting around in limbo waiting for someone to notice them.
Okay, so we've covered personalizing your space and streamlining your tasks. Now let's talk about collaboration, specifically meetings. We all know the whole point of a meeting is to move work forward, and this update tears down a really common wall that gets in the way of that. And the big reveal here is a change that sounds simple, but is honestly so critical. You can finally add people from outside your main project team to meetings, either as regular participants or even as secretaries to take notes.
But here's what makes it so slick. The moment you invite an external partner or a stakeholder to a meeting, boom, they're automatically added to the project team. They get the access they need right when they need it with zero fuss. It just gets rid of all that administrative headache so you can get right down to business.
And last but definitely not least, let's talk performance. Because you know the saying, right? You can't improve what you don't measure. and TaskBrowse is rolling out some seriously powerful new tools to help managers see what's going on with real, hard data.
So first up, we have something called the delay indicator. And listen, this isn't about pointing fingers. It's about getting a clear picture of what's going on. It's a simple metric that shows you how often tasks are slipping past their due dates, which can help you spot where a team member might need a little extra support.
Then there's the reporting delay indicator. This one measures the gap between when the work actually gets done and when somebody marks it as done. So why does that even matter? Well, it tells you how up-to-date your project status really is. It makes sure that decisions are being made based on what's happening right now, not last week.
And of course, once you have all this great data in your user performance dashboard, you're not stuck looking at it on a screen. You can now turn that entire dashboard into a clean, printable document or a PDF with just a click. And this is super practical. Think about it. You could print a physical copy to bring into a one-on-one review meeting or save it as a PDF for your digital records. It makes it so much easier to have those important conversations about performance backed up by real data, like comparing planned hours versus what actually happened.
So, let's wrap this all up. This update really is a true power-up. Your workspace now feels like yours, your day-to-day tasks are managed more intelligently, your collaboration can now include anyone, and your insights into performance are clearer and more actionable than they've ever been.
So the tool has gotten a major upgrade to be smarter, more flexible, and more in sync with how you and your team actually work.